Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Transport Fever 2. In the previous episode, we upgraded our entire air fleet with these Douglas DC-3s, and in this particular example, obviously that was pointless because it's currently carrying no passengers whatsoever. In fact, looking at these exchanges here, there's nobody on any of the planes. You can see that, from the charts, there's actually very few people loaded. I'm wondering if it's now too expensive. Instead, they are taking the train that runs from Elland down to Earl Shilton, then over to Settle. And, well, if they want to get to Congleton, which is where the one of the two airfields is, they'll have to get a connecting train here. And checking out that train there, it seems to be not the case because that's not full either. I have no idea why. Let's have a quick look at the line manager, or line statistics rather, and see that, yes, the CT to SE plane route has currently got no passengers whatsoever, and it's losing nearly 3 million, so that's a problem. There's a lot of other stuff that is making money though, so overall we're doing quite well. 34 million, 35 million, and obviously increasing there because, well, mainly from the steel planks as well as the big train as well. Also, the machines is doing quite well on 2 million, and the recently built fuel and oil one is very, very good too. So what we'll probably do is go over to Vehicle Manager, go down to the planes here and select probably 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, and we will sell them because, quite frankly, I'd rather have the money and not lose as much. We also, in the previous episode, ran a double track line from the Earl Shilton quarry through this mountain here, across the river, and then over to the Congle Construction Materials plant, otherwise known as the Brickworks, and then we continued running that to the Congleton Central Dockyard, which eventually will transport the resources over here and back and forward and all of that good stuff. Either way, we need to continue on with that now, and this is going to require a couple of lines. We found out that the resources going from here to here actually are different in regards to the type of carriages that we're going to have, and types of wagons rather, so we can't have the same train. Or we can, but it'll be very inefficient, so we actually want 2 lines. So we're going to go over to the line manager, a new line here. We're going to go from there to there, and that will be the, well, it'll be Earl Shilton and and Congleton. I'm going to call it just the Congleton one. So it's CT, is that how we always say it? Yeah, CT, and it's the CT, is it? It's not ore, it's stone, I think, because it's the quarry. Let me just double check to see what it says. It is stone, yes, so it's CT stone, and then we want a new line as well over from that location to there, and that one is the CT bricks. We know it's construction material, but we're going to call it bricks. And it does alert us that there's a problem there. So the CT bricks is going from there over to there, which is interesting. We will probably have to alter the line there. And I'm guessing it's not wanting to go the right way. Let's manage that line, and it can go into number 2, is that correct? And then into number 1. It cannot cross into one of these areas because it has to go, it's currently going to the Congleton transfer. We'll say just going to number 1. It doesn't really matter, but it does need to cross, and we did try to put in some of these points, but it was around here that we had some of the issues. What I'm going to do is remove that, and then put the crossing point in. There is a city, have a town with a population of at least 750, and that is, where is that? That is, it's not currently telling me, but I'm going to guess that it is over here. Let me close that down, and we'll check out the city. Close the deletion there. Settle, yes, 751. Earl Shilton, 747, so just behind there. And then you got 206 and 261. So quite big towns now. Anyway, over here, back over to the lines again, and we'll probably put the crossing before that. In fact, I thought we already had one, but oh no, we had it in the bridge and it was all over the place. It didn't work properly. So standard tracks with the connections there for the electric locomotives, and there we go. That's now in, and we do have the same on that side. You can actually see them there in the track. So over to our path signals, and once again it is that direction and then that direction, and then we should check the line statistics out now and it should be fine. So the CT bricks will go into number 1 and then head up and into, well, currently it says number 2, but it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It's 2 and 1. Yeah, it really matters not. That's fine. This one, it is going in, let's have a check. It is the CT stone, and the CT stone is going into Congleton Halt 2. So you can see they are using separate tracks there. Whoops, go back over to that. It is CT stone over to the different side, so that should work fine, and then back over to whatever it is there. Yeah, it crosses. It doesn't matter about that one. We may have 2 trains on that line, but we almost certainly will not have 2 trains going from there to there. So, speaking of trains, let us crack on with that. Earl Shilton Train Depot 1, actually Depot 2, by vehicles. We now have the LE2-4 Rotter Pfell, and it's electric, and it has cargo type passengers, so it's actually a express train cars while using Switzerland, so it is basically just a all self-contained unit. Alright, so we want to be pulling the ore, so we'll probably go with the BRE94 because it's got a very good power and tractive effort ratio. We'll get that in there, and we want to be carrying ore. So in terms of ore, we'll have the gondolas. We also have the flat car, which carries the bricks, which is why we can't mix and match the two. And quite honestly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it is quite a long train, but it still says excellent, so we can go for 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 192 capacity. That is still a very good capacity. What is the... I wonder what the max output is of this thing. It is 400. I don't think having a train that long would be worth it. I can't even count how many carriages we've got on this one. It would be nice if it told us, but let's buy that. We can always add more if we need to. So we'll buy that for the very nice price of 21 million, and we will assign it. Oh, that's sell. That's definitely not the right button. We will assign it to the CT stone, and there we go. It's now not able to move. CT stone. Passengers can stop. Cannot be used at cargo stations. Ah. Have I placed the wrong one? I obviously have. That is, yep, that is definitely a person, and that is cargo. Right. Pause, pause, pause. Okay. This is going to be a quick one, so we'll press delete. Yes. And quickly over to building into cargo terminus station. And we want a total of 2 platforms, 240 meters long, and rotate this round so it snaps onto the back of that, and then click. That is now in. It will also connect up to the line which it has. It also is now obviously designated as a cargo station, and all we need to do now is just put a cheeky bit of road in, which is actually small country road, and done. That should be it, and then unpause. Hopefully that'll work. Excuse me. So that's now in. Very simple mistake, but also luckily very easy to fix, and I guess it's just a matter of waiting. Yeah, that's going to be a very, very slow train, but it also is going to carry 224. And look at the size of this thing. This is absolutely ridiculous. Let's go to max speed while it pulls out, and I don't think it's even going to fit fully into the thing. It's not. It's not. And it is still... It's still connecting there. What's wrong with this one? It says no path electric. Ah. So is this not electrified? Obviously not. Although I can see the stuff's on the top there, so I don't know what's going on. Let's go over to the tracks here and then upgrade. And electrification tool is, well, it's electrified. Is that right? And no, that's just removed them. And that's placed the electrification bit in. That's fine. And there it goes. Is it because of the length of the train? It possibly could be, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. But at least it is now going. Sadly, it is not going A, very fast, and B, with many resources. But this should start to come good. You can see the shipment is starting to go up. Maximum production is 400. I will check on this thing here. Manage the vehicle. Actually, it'll be manage the line, won't it? And at the Upper Earl Shilton, we want to say wait until full load any, I think, with a wait time. Well, actually, just carrying only that one resource. I guess it doesn't really... Oh, that's unload. We only want to load that resource. And we're not going to be doing the rest anyway, so that should be fine. We'll keep an eye on that one. We'll see how we get on. It's actually up to 80 kilometers an hour now, so it's probably just because it was pulling out of this. So that's fine. That is now sending the resources over to here. We now need to get another train in, and it'll be in and around here, but what I'll have to do is spur things off. So we'll go over to rail, over to buildings, to the train depot here. We're going to rotate it round, and the problem that we'll have is the height of this thing. So I'm going to put it there and then go over to the tracks, and then we'll see if we can spur it off there and connect up to that, and it works just fine, which is exactly what we wanted, and that is the correct way as well. So it's going to go there and then back over. That is fine. So we'll say once again, buy vehicles. We're going to get the same loco again. We'll have this BRE94 there, and this time though we will not be using the gondolas. We'll be using the flat car with side stakes, and we're not going to have it massive. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 12 it should probably be fine for now. And we'll buy that. We'll assign that to the CT bricks, and no errors popped up, which is excellent. So now we have both trains working. Obviously, this is a huge money sink at this stage, but that is start to ramp up now on the delivery. As transport increases, shipment should be going up as well. So this train's pulling out. That is fine. That's going to go over to there. We now need to, once again, vehicles report problems. Electrification. No path electric. It's definitely got that on there. I think it may be due to the height, the length of this. It's a problem there. Electrification tool. They're all electrified? They are all electrified, as far as I can tell. 'Cause, I mean, is it the cross sections? That is electrified. And yeah, that's crossed there as well. If I remove it and then put it back, it then works. I think it's the length of the train. Manage vehicle. Okay. 1 2 3 4 5 6. There we go. So we're shrinking that down a bit. Hopefully it will function. Let's just put up to max speed and see how that's going. This one got to the end there and then stopped and is coming back. So that should be fine. And at least it's a cargo station, so got that one correct. Bricks are now beginning to be produced, but they are just being consumed because we haven't got the transport network for it yet. This is coming back. We've got 43 stone awaiting pickup. And it should just be... It should just fit snugly into there. Perfect. Perfect. Loads up. It's going to wait now, isn't it? I will just put it like that and go. Yeah, and now it's working. Okay, that's fine. Excellent. So, And now that we have that going, we also need another transport solution system, which is going to be, where is it? Another ship. Actually, we need to make the line first. CT stone, that is fine. CT bricks, we're going to rename that because it's CT bricks train, but there's a new line going from there to there, which will change the colour to that. And this is the CT bricks boat, and now it's just a simple matter of buying a boat that can carry this stuff. Buy vehicles. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4 boats, which is quite interesting actually, and we don't really have much of a choice. I guess we could get this thing, the Schaffhausen, 32 kilometers an hour, 600 kilowatts for power, so not as good as the Klondike, but the Klondike is also a lot heavier, and capacity is better on this thing. So by that, we will assign it to the bricks boat, and then that should be the bricks getting transported to here. We then have to have the Congleton transfer set up, so let's go over to our road network, over to buildings. We want a truck unload stop, and we can see that we have most of the bricks around this area, so I will place it probably there will be acceptable, and that should do it. So it's finally then, we have the Douglas C49 Sky train, we have the lots of trucks there, the Soar sea truck, tank trucks, tipper trucks, tarpaulin truck, etc. I don't think it is worth it for us to upgrade them at the moment. I'll check that later on. New line from there over to there. I'll change that colour to like an orange, and that is CT bricks and truck. There we go. CT bricks truck, and simple matter of buying it now. Buy vehicles. Let's see what we've got. So the new Soar sea tank truck, fuel. Tarpaulin truck is all cargo. Tipper truck is ore and stone and raw resources, and then the side stakes is specifically the construction material. So why would you not have the the tarpaulin truck can carry all, but it's 2 capacity less. So I'm just going to buy, for the moment, 4 of those. I will then assign them to the CT bricks truck, and then that should be that entire route now working. So we're taking stone from the Earl Shilton quarry over to the Congleton construction materials plant. The plant will then produce the bricks. The bricks will then be transported via rail once again over to the Congleton transfer, which finally will then bring the resources via the ship over to here, drop that off, and then finally transfer, because of the trucks, to Congleton. And that is a long-winded way of getting some bricks over there. Let's just max speed out and see if any of this actually works. This is now producing bricks, and you can see the shipment is going up too, which is exactly what we want. Let me just double check. No, that is set up as wood for some reason. Manage vehicle. Manage line, I guess, actually. CT. Bricks truck. Bricks train. Edit the cargo. It is all about the bricks. On both of these. There we go. So, with that line in place, it should function. That connects up to that, yes. Got the bricks boat. And once again... No, I want to select the bricks, but it's not going to happen, is it? Oh, hang on, there we go. It's auto-magically figuring it out. We now have bricks. 2 bricks. I mean, you could just carry that hand luggage, really, over to here. But at least the ship will now be told to carry those bricks. And this is obviously all ramping up. This is going to take some time to finally get there. But at least that's underway. And that's pretty good. Good storage. This is obviously ramping up. It will level up as well, so I'm not too worried about that. There's still 2 bricks there and 7 bricks waiting to be picked up. And it has actually picked up 3 of those bricks. So, thank you, ship. Not too sure why you decided to leave some bricks there. Maybe there was just too much going on for it. Manage the vehicle. I mean, I'm going to have to select all these and go down and sort them out. So it is bricks only. That's all it carries. I'm not even going to alter the unload one because we don't need to do that. It's never going to pick up anything else, so it technically shouldn't ever load anything else up. Bricks have been dropped off and, 2 new vehicles available. The Votron's tugboat and the tanker tow boat. Oh, okay, so that might have actually been better for what we've just got there. So we can see this one carries the fuel oil and crude oil, and the tow boat carries all manner of resources. 175 as well. It's a little bit slower, but it's got more power. Emissions are higher. It actually says from 1943, lifespan 49 years. So it's actually probably better if we replace that. The running costs are slightly high, but it carries more. And also poor condition of vehicles. We'll go down and check that in a moment. Bricks boat then. Replace with one of those. Mainly because I want to see what it looks like. And let's have a zoom in. Oh, sweet. Oh, that's a big wake as well on the back of that, isn't it? I like that. Yeah, so it is just a barge getting pushed along by that tug, technically. 30 bricks, so production is ramping up. What about delivery? Nowhere near yet. 49 on there. It can carry 180, I think, in total. So it's still ramping up. So we'll have to do some load balancing there, as always. Let's double check the line statistics then. We can see that this is still the planes. Nobody's using these planes at all. That's very curious. This one's underway. The boat, the bricks boat. We can see the bricks train is carrying more bricks. The CT bricks truck is now delivering the bricks, which is what we want. And then we've got buses and such. Let's go down and check out these lines. So the CT to EL train. It's actually in vehicles here. I believe the condition should be fine. Mediocre condition, I'm happy with that. These planes, good condition, well, they should be. All of these are fine because we've just bought them. And then these buses are in good condition, which we would have expected because, well, to be fair, we've just bought them. CT Storm we've just done. This is where we might have them. Very bad condition. Flying Scotsman's not very good. Okay. Select all 3. Replace selected vehicles. This is going to be expensive. We want to have A4. So upgrading from the Flying Scotsman to the Mallard. And to be fair, 1943, it's not too old after Steam. I don't want that. I do want something a bit better. That's nice. 145 kilometers an hour. It does feel like we're very close to. Having a new loco. So we've currently got 10 6-wheelers on here on each one of them, but that carries 140 passengers each. but this carries 20, so there we go. And that's 3 replaced for 40 odd million. Wow. Alright, let's have a zoom in. See if we can find one of these. Oh, the crossing. There we go. So new carriages and new loco. Oh, that is a very nice looking engine. Let's have a look at the Mallard properly. Look at the lines on that. That's very nice. 2 people in there as well. So pause it. See how it goes. It goes good. Bit of a squealers goes around the corner there. Looks very nice from the side. Front, not so much. But it's streamlined. And then the carriage is on the back and we can see all the people inside it too. Fairly full. But we now have faster trains. We now have the same capacity. And they're not as in a poorer condition. So that was the... which one was that one? That was the trains. We got the buses. Once again, these should be fine. Yeah, they're in good condition. The coal, I'm expecting to be mediocre. I'm not going to bother with altering that then. Mediocre. The boats, this one is probably in a poor condition. No, mediocre. That is the ES to CT boat, which if we look at the finances, it's carried a total of, well, it's got 9.12k in terms of the income. In terms of passengers, it's got 2 on a boat. But it's public service, we did state that. This one is the planks and machines, mediocre. Food should be fine because we recently replaced those. Yes, they're in good conditions. Very bad condition for the ES machines. Okay, select all of those. This is carrying machines, so we'll replace those. These are currently, what are they? The probably the bent tarpaulin truck. Yes, which is 7 all cargo, and we want to place it. We replace it with one that can carry machines. So we'll place it with that, but the capacity is 11. So we'll replace them for $1 million. I don't know if we need to alter that, but we'll see. Mediocre condition for these ships that carry wood. These buses are in good condition. The fuel should be fine because we've recently built that. The oil should be fine. Good condition actually because we've just recently done that. Same for this one, which is the fuel. And then the wood trucks might be in a poor condition. No, they're in good condition. They're in good condition. Just double check some of them. Yeah, that's fine. So we went ahead and replaced some of those. So I think that was certainly worth it. Let's have a quick look over at this thing here, this ship. You can see it's currently waiting to dock up there. And that's just transported 50 bricks. That's good, but we do have some losses there. There are some losses. You can see that it does state that some cargo items have been lost because the station is overloaded. Is that the horn on that one? It is. Excellent. Well, that is getting loaded up. Line. CT bricks truck. I want CT bricks truck. Yeah, okay. Buy vehicles. 2. There we go. Assign that to there. It should be a bit better. And then this is our wood and machines pickup point. 126 machines. That's interesting. At least that's working quite well. So, we have 17 bricks there. More getting delivered on this train. 18. Not much actually at all. Is it a supply problem? Shipment is nearly at 100%. Well, shipment is 92 of 100. Transport is up to 20%. Obviously, this will level up as it produces more. This CT stone is not ramping up as much as I would have thought. Transport's good. Shipment is only 100 of 400. It's not using its resources. So it might just need to settle in. Anyway, let's have a quick look then at these stations. A new vehicle is available, the Douglas DC4, which is very expensive, 3 million a piece. And considering that there is nobody using this airport link anymore, none at all. No cargo whatsoever on these planes. Passengers, none. It's sort of pointless having them then. I'm guessing it's just because they're using the rail network. Okay. And the novelty of air flight's worn off. Right. Okay. Let's go ahead then and... where is it? Planes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sell. I'm going to keep 2 of them running, just in case things change. But at this stage, I don't think it's worth it. There is our... very nice... I say nice looking. Nice and detailed. Barge there. Docking up. Do you want to see what it looks like loaded? Takes some time to dock up though, doesn't it? Should have bow thrusters in there, I'm guessing we do. And there we go, loaded up. And spins around. Look at that. Doesn't even... hardly even touches the sides on that one. Nah. Nah. Nothing there really. I mean, I don't know why they've made it fully laden on one side. I mean, sure, that's going to affect the balance. But literally, tiny little layer of bricks there. 35 of a maximum of 175. And we've just delivered some more. Okay. It matters not. It matters not. At least they're in there. And that train is, once again, really, really slow. And not making much money at all. Let's have a quick look here. CT to EL train making money. Planes making a loss. The Bricks boat making a loss, but not a massive loss. The Bricks train is making a fairly big loss. The Bricks truck, bit of a loss. So the whole thing's a bit of a loss. The buses are okay. The machines are fine, but only just. The steel planks quite good. The stone, again, massive loss leader there. The the recently refurbished train, EL, ES and SE train, up to 7.5 million. All the buses and the coal and the ore stuff's fine. Not making a huge amount of money, but it is there. What is making a lot of money is the Earl Shilton to Congleton planks and machines, which are not only, well, currently got 215 planks and 122 machines. That's on 2.5 million there. We've got all the food production is quite good, so about 250,000 there. We have the wood delivery, about 500,000. Buses once again fine. Fuel not so much on minus about 100,000 there, but we have to consider that will fluctuate based on the delivery. Speaking of delivery, we can see that we've got oil, very, very good. The fuel is not very good, although I can't see it. Let me just extend that out. 67 fuel that's got there, so that'll make this will make the fuel go up there. And then finally, the wooden tools is also fine. Let's have a quick look over this side then, and we're waiting for. That's got some fuel to be delivered, and it is delivering said fuel, but I don't know if we need the amount of trucks that we have there. Let's check that out. So it is the settle, so it's SE fuel, 12 vehicles in total, and these can carry 14 each. 1, 2, 3, 4, sell, select the rest, replace with, because currently it's that Blitz tank truck, we can replace it with the Type C truck, which I wouldn't, why would we do that? It's cheaper, it's cheaper to run, but it carries a little bit less and the emissions are about the same. There's no point in, I was going to replace it, but there's really no point. And I don't think there's much point in Well, I think having less fuel trucks is probably the way forward there. Line manager. Bricks truck. Congleton transfer. What we'll do is we'll say full any with a wait time of 3 minutes because we want them to wait here. Instead of continuing on, we want them to wait. So we'll see if that does it. Back over to here then. CT Stone still supplying. It's slowly ramping up. I believe it is slowly ramping up. And brick production is also ramping up with 57 there. So it seems to be working out. So, now that that's been delivered there, and Congleton is getting the bricks, there you go, you can see there's bricks going in there, and residence is going up, 334 now. So it's only Elland that currently hasn't got any bricks, and supplying those wouldn't be terribly difficult. What we'd have to do is have another line on here, or maybe we probably wouldn't have another line, we just sort of spur it off from here. We'd have the line coming up and across, connect up to here, and then we'll have on this side another terminal which will be cargo. Drop it off there and then move the bricks into this location. But we're not supplying the amount of bricks that we need. What? I'm literally pressing no buttons whatsoever and the screen is going over there. And there we go. Yeah, very strange. So, I don't know. I don't think at this stage... Is that getting picked up? It is getting picked up. I don't think at this stage it would be worth trying to bring the bricks up to Elland. I don't think that would be the right call. Residents are going up in Earl Shilton, up to 790. Settle, the residents are not going up, but it is on 813. You can see the supply of tools and fuels going up. So hopefully we'll hit that mark and then we'll have this population increase. And Elland, no population increase because we're not delivering the construction material, the bricks, or the goods. And then Congleton is slowly but surely increasing because of the bricks. But we would also realistically need some tools. And bringing tools from here over to there is a bit of a nightmare. However, we could put a cargo terminal in. And start transferring some of those via plane. We might have a look at that next episode, but we will leave it there for this one. Happy with the progress. Good that we've got the boat here carrying the bricks, and you can see it physically has more bricks on there, and delivery's good. And we've got about 50 bricks in total. That's good. Happy. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 extra lines put in. That's 2 rail lines, 1 boat line, and then the truck line. We have in total stone going from the quarry to the bricks factory, producing bricks, which is then took to the Congleton Central dock, then from one dock to the other over to main Congleton, and then finally the road vehicles bring them into the centre of Congleton, which, as you can see, has now started to go vertical. And there we are. Anyway, leaving it there for this episode. Hope you have enjoyed it. By all means, pop some comments in the comments if there's any changes or things you would like to see and that sort of thing. Next episode, I think we will possibly look at, well, why we've got so many people waiting to go to Settle is an interesting one. Although one train is obviously just pulled in because, yeah, it's carry 140 passengers, and that didn't take too long. Anyway, we'll go ahead and look at some of the other resources that we can move around and exploit, as well as perhaps even setting up a... Strangely, because this airport is no longer used by passengers, make that an option for perhaps transferring some tools from here over to there. But we'll see how we get on. As always, if you have enjoyed the video and the series thus far, comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.